Yo, Kipis guy here. Hey, so didn't know these existed.
Why didn't you guys not tell me?
These are the KEF Egg Duos. They're not new whatsoever. They've been around for almost a decade, if not a decade. And I literally stumbled on them by accident. I just was laying in bed on the phone on Amazon, which is a bad thing to do. That's how you become broke. So I decided to just type in KEF speakers on Amazon because I was curious of what all KEF put on Amazon to sell. And the KEF Egg Duo came up almost immediately in the search, which is weird because I've never seen them on Amazon before, but they're there. So I bought them because what the heck are these things here? So the name is really cool, Egg Duo, because they're kind of shaped like an egg. And then there's two of them. So the name is fitting. They come in four different colors. This is the black and red combination. There's a teal, a magenta, and a green color. And any color you pick is going to look pretty cool. This is the only one that has a contrasting cone to the enclosure, black on red. Everything else, if you get a green, it's also a green speaker, teal, also a teal speaker, so on and so forth. So these things are rated at 50 watts maximum. They have a 95 dB output, so they get pretty darn loud for their size. And they're 5-inch drivers, 5 1/4. I can't remember what I read. There's a port on the front. There's no grill. Of course, KEF doesn't put grills on their bookshelves because they like them to look like this, which is really cool. So in the box, the packaging is really cool. The box that I unboxed these speakers from was actually a really cool presentation. I never really see KEF do anything spectacular with their box, but I guess because these are so quirky that the packaging makes sense. So the packaging is really cool. Inside the packaging, of course, were the speakers, but you get some accessories too. So this is your power brick here. This cable that's attached to the left speaker connects to the right speaker. The right speaker is the master. The left speaker is the slave, meaning the right speaker has buttons and controls on the front like volume, up and down, power, Bluetooth, so on and so forth. Then you get this cable here. This is a USB cable, the power cord, of course. You get the remote, and then it has some cool things to it. So again, Bluetooth, you have USB. Looks like there's a cover right here to the side. There's an auxiliary port kind of hidden in the inside of the speaker. And then you also get a subwoofer output as well. So if you want to pair a sub with this, say maybe their small KEF Cube, you can do that. So they're rated at 5 pounds, just under, but this is like the heaviest speaker I've ever felt 5 pounds feel. Like they feel heavier than 5 pounds, which is pretty impressive. And then the enclosure material, so it is a hard plastic, but it's not a fingerprint magnet. It's like a matte finish on them, so you can touch them and the fingerprints don't show up, which is an excellent material. So they don't collect dust or fingerprints very easily. And that makes great sense since these are going to be on your desktop more than likely. So I guess what we need to do is hook them up to the power back there. I'm going to put them on my desk behind me. We're going to listen to these things because if you don't know my channel at all, I have a full-on KEF home theater system for the last 2 or 3 years now. I have the KEF R11s, I've had the KEF R3s, the KEF R2C center channel. I've had KEF in my system for a while. So I'm expecting some good stuff out of these. I know that there's no reviews. There's hardly any reviews of these on YouTube. So I'm going to give you an honest opinion of if these are hidden gems or not. So let me plug them up to the back and we'll listen to some music together. I'll put my stereo mic on and we'll see what we think. Okay. All right. So I've listened to it for maybe 10 minutes off camera. And yeah, you're going to be surprised if you buy these things and you plug them up. They have way bigger presence than I thought. They actually don't get that loud for one reason. and it's because of the bass. There actually is a good amount of bass that comes from these speakers. It's a very balanced sound, which I didn't expect, because usually small speakers like this in an enclosure that's too small for the driver, usually you get a very bad, boxy, hollow, no bass kind of sound. That is not the case with the Eggs at all. Somehow, KEF has managed to give you some pretty good low bass. It's not a lot of bass at all. Mid bass, low bass, upper register bass. It's not loud, but it's all present. Like, you can hear everything. It's actually impressive, but that's the problem too. KEF is pumping a little bit too much bass out of these speakers to the point where you can't turn it up. I was listening to some music off camera and I turned it up to maybe 70-75% volume, and this speaker started to pop, meaning it was clipping. And that's not good. There's too much bass coming out. So I had to lower the volume. So I can't even turn these up to their full potential depending on what song I'm listening to because there's too much bass. So, interesting. But they do sound way better than you would think they would for the size of the drivers and the enclosure that they're in. So I am impressed with that. I'm not going to do a crazy full review because these things are super old. But I do want to bring these to your attention because these are really cool. I love that KEF made them in different colors. They're $2.99. You can still buy them now. They actually sound pretty good. They're very minimalistic. They're made for near field, so you can put them on your work desk. If you're like me and you edit, you can listen to them while you work. It's great. So, and they sound like a KEF speaker. This is not their current generation UniQ driver. I think we're in their 12th generation. This is the 11th generation. So it's not their best foot forward as far as their UniQ work, but it does still sound like a KEF speaker. And if you've heard a KEF speaker, you know that there is a certain bar that they have, and these definitely, you know, they get there. So I'm just gonna click on another song so you guys just get a small idea of what's going on. Yeah, these sound really good. I like them. They're really cool. I'm going to leave a link down below in the description box for you guys because they actually sound really nice. This is not a review to say they sound like this and they have a huge stereo image, whatever. These are really fun speakers. That is literally it. I think KEF made these speakers just for the fun of it, just for you to put some quality sound on your desk. You're not supposed to listen to these critically. You're supposed to plug them up and have fun. They're a cool design. There's not much out there that looks like these, but they have the KEF name behind them, so you know that they're going to have a certain level of audio quality. So I don't have a single thing bad to say. I do wish, however, that less bass came from the speakers so that you could turn it up louder. This port here on the top, on both of them, there's a lot of wind. So when I'm sitting here, I can feel a lot of air. It literally feels like a fan because of how much air is rushing out of that little port. So it's a cool design. It has its flaws, but it's a very fun speaker. Therefore, I don't have anything bad to say. It's doing its job. It's giving me some high quality audio while I'm sitting at my desk getting my work done, while I'm editing videos, maybe I'm playing Xbox, whatever. It's a really cool speaker, and for that, I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5. Nothing's perfect, but it is pretty cool. So down below in the description box, I will leave you a link to it on Amazon if you want to pick up a pair for yourself. Maybe a Christmas present for somebody. It is perfect for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are not already, and we will see you in the next video. Keep this guy out. Peace.